different than what you see, but yes, it was. Who's extraordinary that he, all the things he did with that. Did you ever heard that? Yeah. And it does seem like a bad joke. It's funny because it's in some ways it seems like sort of a limited and he a lot of different types of music. Anyway, it was fun. All right. You got to think about what you're doing today. Yes. Your choir is not doing all right, very good. Good job. Don't get too excited.
Good morning. I'm Martha Kniseley, and my pronouns are she, her. Challenged by our liberating faith, we discover deeper spiritual meaning, nurture loving community, cultivate courageous connections, and partner in the work of justice. This is our May Community Sunday, in which we have a number of engaging activities you're invited to participate in following our service. We'll describe these activities later in the service. Welcome to all of you on the live stream and in person. We're pleased to have guests with us in this room and participating virtually. I encourage you to reach out to our Director of Member Relations, Kelly Green. Her email is on the screen. We have large print orders of servers, personal hearing assistance devices, and an elevator available. There's also a hearing loop in our alternate worship space, the Bernstein Room downstairs. We have coloring pages and fidgets for all ages in the vestibule if that's useful to you or your children. I have a few announcements. Today after the service at 11:30 in the Bernstein Room, we'll have our monthly Credo presentation where a member shares about their background and spiritual journey. John Lee is our presenter today. We have been working with a stewardship consultant this weekend, Mark Ewart. At 12 today in the sanctuary, Mark will be sharing his assessment, and there will be a Q&A at the end. Childcare is available for this session. Heavier snacks than usual will be available at coffee hour. The Earth-Based Spirituality Practice Group will meet again next Sunday, May 25th at 11:30 in the Bernstein Room. This group is led by Reverend Amanda, and this month the group will be exploring chakras. You can register online and all are welcome. For more information, you can reach out to Reverend Amanda. It's time to celebrate. Mark your calendars for Reverend Amanda's installation on May 31st at 2 p.m. An installation is a celebration of the beginning of shared ministry between a called minister and the congregation, and this is one you won't want to miss. We will be joined by prominent Unitarian Universalist leaders, including Reverend Dr. Sophia Betancourt, the president of the UUA. Also joining us will be representatives from the Southern Region, Black Lives of Unitarian Universalism, Blue, and ministers from North Carolina. This is a big event and an opportunity to gather in community to bear witness to the beginning of a new era for the UUCC and for Reverend Amanda. We haven't had an installation in many years and hopefully won't have one for many years to come. So let's worship, break bread, and celebrate together. Again, a warm welcome to each and every one of you. We are stronger because you're with us. We are one people of many beliefs, origins, identities, and genders. We are all growing, all learning, all love. It is good to be together.
Good morning. I am Paula Gribble, Director of Lifespan Religious Education. My pronouns are she, her. This is our monthly Community Sunday, as Martha mentioned, where we have a brief worship service and then choose from available activities created for engagement and connection. I will talk about those later. This month our theme is clarity and purpose. Today we'll explore what it's like to be on that journey and offer encouragement to you as you find your way. Our chalice lighting reading this morning is Creating Fire by Stephen Schick. Is the fire going out? Not in your belly, where you are still alive, but in your soul, that place where dreams fuel commitment, where longing shape action, where meaning flames purpose, where passion ignites and rekindles your life fire. If your soul smolders, dream on, till you flame like a chalice of hope. Let this flame from within all of us burn brighter and brighter still. At this time, if you will, rise in body or spirit to sing our opening hymn, For All That Is Our Life. The words will be on the screen.
I chose two readings for this morning, and our first reading is from Mark Nevo's Book of Awakening. This is at once the clearest of spiritual intents, and yet the hardest to stay true to. How to stay open to what others feel and not to what they think. We cannot live without being affected by others, but we are only real when we let truth and love shape us from within. Our want to be liked, our want to avoid conflict, our want to be understood, all these traits tease us away from taking the voice within seriously. Though the earth is touched by everything alive, it never stops turning around the fire at its center. And though we are touched by the stories of strangers and the far-off songs of birds lost in wind, we find our way by following the Spirit's voice at our center. Too much is lost in waiting for someone else to tell us what moves us is real. The second reading is from Poetry Unbound. This one is What You Missed That Day You Were Absent from 4th Grade by Brad Aaron Modlin. Mrs. Nelson explained how to stand still and listen to the wind, how to find meaning in pumping gas, how peeling potatoes can be a form of prayer. She took questions on how not to feel lost in the dark, And after lunch, she distributed worksheets that covered ways to remember your grandfather's voice. Then the class discussed falling asleep without feeling you had forgotten to do something else, something important, and how to believe the house you wake in is your home. This prompted Mrs. Nelson to draw a chalkboard diagram detailing how to chant the Psalms during cigarette breaks, and how not to squirm for sound when your own thoughts are all you hear. Also, that you are enough. The English lesson was that I am is a complete sentence. And just before the afternoon bell, she made the math equation look easy. The one that proves that hundreds of questions and feeling cold, and all those nights spent looking for whatever it was you lost, and one person add up to something.
What do you want to do with your life? No answers? People ask this question, and we ask ourselves this question, no matter what age or stage we're in. The words might be slightly different, but the intent is still the same. For children, it might sound like, what do you want to be when you grow up? For young adults, it might be, what do you think comes next? When are you going to settle down? For older adults, it might be, what is there left for you to do? But really, all those are still asking, what do you want to do with your life? And not only might we not have an answer to the question, even if we do have an answer, we might not know how to get there. In a story by David Ruffin, he shares his journey with this question, and he says, there was a time when this question haunted me like an existential crisis. But in time, I was New York City bound, following my dream of acting. I was following my passion, and in time, I began finding work. Still, was it my purpose? Fast forward, I was on the tour of West Side Story, and I was Tony, the lead character. But I was struggling. I was dogged by a sinus infection, struggling with the famous high notes of the song Maria, and fearing the consequences. And soon they came, in a ticket back home. I was devastated. I had practically felt the glow of my parents' pride as I imagined them watching me on stage, but it wouldn't be. Instead, I experienced love anyway. A dear friend who traveled to see me, holding my hand, my parents' even greater pride in my courage, facing this loss. I used to think that finding my purpose meant finding a tiny intersection point between my passion and what the world needs. But the greatest learning has come from feeling my tears, my losses, my dreams, discovering my identity as one who is loved and who loves passionately. This has been to come alive. So when we're looking for that purpose in our lives, what can we do, even if we don't know what it's supposed to look like? What do we do with our lives? Embrace it.
Please join me in a time of contemplation. I invite you to breathe deeply. Be present to the spirit of life which is in us and through us and around us, to those human connections that give us strength when we struggle and celebrate when we are joyful. The gathered community hears and holds both difficulty and ease as we honor the experience that make each of us who we are. This morning, we celebrate with Bob Atwood, who turned 93 this week. Happy birthday, Bob. We are sending love to Susan Cox and her family as her baby granddaughter Layla is on the list for a liver transplant. Nothing but good thoughts are needed at this time. And we celebrate the birth of Daisy Wilson Sigsworth on Wednesday, May 14th, which makes our members, Mary Hackenberg and John Burns, new grandparents, Nathan Hackenberg, a new uncle, and Jean and Paul Wilson, new great-grandparents. If you are in need of pastoral care, you can reach out to our congregational care team or directly to Reverend Amanda. The information is on the UUCC website. And now, please join me in a moment of silence as we honor the concerns shared today and those that remain in our hearts.
I invite you now into a moment of reflection, of prayer. You are welcome to close your eyes or lower your gaze and hear these words. Spirit of life, Spirit of love, we are all looking for our purpose, for what to do with our lives. And whether or not we've yet to find it, we must take time along the way to honor each other's paths as well. Great Spirit, we must honor not only the destination at the end of the path, but the way that each of us walks along it. I offer these words by Amanda Schubert. In honor of the risk takers, those that hold the vision with clarity and charge forward with optimism, even in the face of others' doubts. You are our lamplighters and our guides. May we never forget the courage it takes to lead the way forward. In honor of the cautious skeptics, those who gather the information needed to navigate the tumultuous waters of change. You are the map makers and the preparers of the stores. May we appreciate your attention to the details that keep us on course. In honor of the doubters, those that may fear the changing tides of a turbulent world, you are our anchors and remind us where we have been and where we are as a community now. May we relish your commitment to our history and your passion to who we will become. You are the wind that blows the sails of change, pushing us ever forward. May we revel always in your whimsy and hope that dares us to never stop becoming. May the work we do together strengthen our community and our world. And may we also honor each other. Some as they are just starting on the path, some who've traveled far and are weary, some who've had to switch paths, and some who are lost along the way and don't know where to go. We name all of these, and we send energy out to the universe. Please hold us, please honor us, please keep us together. Amen, and blessed be. At this time, I'd like to call Michael Amy forward for a special announcement.
Good morning. Michael Amy Rodriguez Sierra, co-chair of the board. Now a public service announcement. And please know it's delivered with love because my friend AJ just made me this bracelet that she said is imbued with love. A couple of weeks ago, we had a really gorgeous and successful picnic. About 30 people signed up for it. More than 130 people attended. And this makes the staff go, because we're so excited that we have people showing up for things. This is the sign up for Reverend Amanda's installation that we're so excited about. Yesterday during a session, someone spoke about how after a long time of unrest and uncertainty and everything that we went through, the day that we showed up to vote for Amanda was so moving and exciting and a buzz, and we want to recreate that. We have Reverend Sophia Betancourt, our UUA president, who's an amazing human, and other ministers who are coming around, dignified UUs coming, and we want to make ourselves and Amanda look good. So we want to show up for that with our, with bells on. And I'm going to raise my hand as somebody who rarely signs up but shows up. I get it. I've been there. In Currents, there's links. On the member page, there's links. There's a table out there where the links are. You have to sign up for two things. One, to attend the reception, so we know that you're coming, and two, for the potluck. Amanda wants it just to feel like a family cookout. Just alive and a buzz, and children running around, and food, and joy. And so you sign up for one, and then you sign up for the other. And I'm going to walk around during coffee with this in Freeman Hall. And right now, during collection, you can pull up the link and sign up. So I say it with love, I say it with solidarity, because I'm always guilty. Sign up, y'all. Let's have a beautiful showing for Amanda. We want her to feel like this is her home. We just made her a gorgeous office, so she wants to be here, and we want her to be here for a long time. We want to welcome her beautifully. Thank you.
Generosity is at the center of our mission and vision, and it's through generosity that we live our values out loud. What we give allows us to sustain the work of this congregation within and beyond these walls. When we gather each week, let it be with this very spirit of generosity and gratitude, recognizing the blessing that is to carry the work forward together. This month's Share the Plate recipient is Compassion Closet. The Compassion Closet is a resource hub that provides new and gently used clothing, shoes, diapers, hygiene items, and essential household goods to families across the Charlotte area who are facing economic hardship. There are many ways to give to our shared offering. You can text to give at 73256, or you can give directly online. You can also scan the QR code or give as the basket comes your way. Thank you for making all this possible, with added thanks to our pledging members for their ongoing and generous financial support. We will now receive the offering.
At the conclusion of our service in just a few moments, you will be invited to participate in one of our Community Sunday sessions. They are listed on the screen now, and they will be listed again at the end of the service. This month, there are 4 choices being offered. The first is Imagining the Future of Adult Religious Education and Spiritual Development with myself and the ARESD team in Freeman Hall. Come and share your feedback and hear the philosophy of adult religious education. Catch the Sun is a craft building natural sun catchers with Janann Jones and some other helpers outdoors on the main playground, the playground 2, the parking lot playground, the tire swing playground, however you want to call it. A sound bath experience in the sanctuary with Megan Hindler, with wonderful crystal singing bowls and other instruments that is a meditative experience. And lastly, but not leastly, exploring right relations, a way to talk about our right relations and our covenants, and our team who is working on that at Dale in Bernstein. We hope you will enjoy one of the options that is available today. And at this time, we invite you to stand, embody your spirit, and sing our closing hymn with heart and mind. extinguishing words. They are on the screen. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth. The more